Good evening from Bangladesh. This is your host Toufiq Zohur is speaking now. Today again we are starting a new episode. Today our episode number is 211. Today our honorable guest Voula from Greece, and today our program title is The Star Poet Talk Show Part 4. Today, 7th July, Sunday. Now it is 9 p.m. evening in Bangladesh times. Welcome everyone to the beginning of a new episode. Our heart are connected with the poet of 60 countries in the world by the World of Poetry Recitations in POETS online program. In the last 3 years, 530 global poets have recited poem on Uddan television. The online platform of Uddan Little Magazine, Team Uddan wanted to spread the poetry of all poets in world under one umbrella, that is the Uddan television. Till today, we are trying to this, and we believe poetry has no boundaries. We have a slogan: the sky of poetry is one. Now, Team Uddan is thinking about the next generations of writers who will come to write. Thinking about them, we have taken the new initiative of interview the intelligent and talented poets of the present world. They will know one day the poetry and philosophy of their past senior poets. For that purpose, we are starting this new journey, and today we have invited this journey very renowned and global poet Voula from Greece. I'm going to start this program, and very opening I am asking one question to Honorable Poetess Voula. When did you first start to write, Voula?
Yes, thank you. First, thank you very much and congratulations for that program because you say something. The sky of poetry is one of all of us. Uh, this is a story. I want to say you a story. In 1974, we have ma- at first the soldier Turkish inviting Cyprus. Cyprus is part of Greece, so it was a big war. I was 13 years old. The people was anxious. Everything was terrible. So I began to start to write a poem. The first poem from me was in 13 years old. And 1 year later, I sent that poem to the president of Cyprus, Mr. Kyprianou, and 2 months later, he answered me, "Oh, you are so small girl, but I think one day maybe you are a poetess." So I began to write, was 13, 14 years old.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your beautiful answer. And I hope the young generation who will come to write in future, they will get some message from your beginning question. Thank you very much again. And now I'm asking you another question: who is the most influential person in your life as far as writing?
It's another story. I was born in Calabrata. It's a small city in the mountain. It's an historical city. You can see in Google Calabrata is an historical place of Greece. There, in the First World War, German soldiers killed 1,300 people. So uh, every person in my in my country, every person in my city is uh, feeling better to write something. So we have not TV, we have not nothing. One of my neighbors came to Arabia and he gave me one anthology, a big anthology. So I met the first time um, Nazit Hikmet or Neftali Regis, Pablo Neruda, or other poets. So I like to write. This is the first time. Some years later, I met one of the great poets of Greece, Tassos Livadidis. He read my poems and sent me that you must be great. Uh, so that peoples, Tassos Livadidis and Yorgos Kourbetis, are the persons who gave me to write poems.
Thank you again for your beautiful answer once
Please,
again.
please, I want some time to
Sure, sure, sure.
to do in Google Calaverta and say something about that. Some, it's an historical place. We have some poets from Calaverta and some poetess.
Can you tell some name of your poem who are influential for you?
Do you want to read a poem?
You will read poem, but I want to ask you. I, I want to know who is that influential person that you have to start your writing by their influence. Can you tell the
Uh,
name of that person?
the name is Tassos Livadidis and Yorgos Kourbetis, two persons.
Thank you. Now I am requesting to you to recite a poem.
Read my poem.
Yes, please
Yes,
read your one
yes.
poem.
Dreams. Realms where shadows dance beyond the grass and time change, where moonlight whispers tales untold. In dreams, our hair are brave and whole, both mystery fights and silver streams. We wander paths and endless dreams, where every stars building lights in the vesper of night. With twine for hope, we soar so high, embracing wonders in the sky. Each vision painting in our mind, I would touch endless, free and kind. Cold morning comes with waking eyes, and daylight steams the dreamy skies. Within our hair, those dreams remain. So let us dream with open hearts. Thank you,
Thank
friend.
you very much for your beautiful poem. And now I am asking you the third question. What is the definition of poetry in your thought?
Um, Poetry. I think that poetry is a river that travels ideas and brings people who are so different. So poetry is too strong. It's something like umbrella to our people to do something about the other people or another countries, another religions, another humanities. I think.
What power is there within the poet pen?
Well,
Can you
pens.
explain? Yes.
Pen poem is so strong. And poetry can connect people across different cultures or experiences, those shared emotion and universal themes. I think he has not connect countries, no colors, no religion, but fight for universal values. I think that all poets and poets' pen is so strong that maybe, I think maybe, uh, can change the world, change our life. Because don't forget that all people in that globe will have the same problems. So the writer's pen, the poet's pen must be shout, must be fighting about the women's rights, about children's, about freedom, about everything.
Now I am asking you a very interesting question. Is there something regarding writing that you would like to achieve that you have not yet achieved?
Uh, I haven't personal admission, but I would like to join my voice with all poets in the whole of the world for a better future for humanity. I think that all together, hand by hand, we can do something for the planet. I believe that. I believe that. The problem is not me, so no personal admission, but for all the other people, for the sky, for the natural, for politicals, for everything. Not for me. I want to travel to see other poets and finding about a better future.
So now I am asking you another question. Do you write anything beside poetry?
Yes,
What is
yes,
this? What is this?
yes. I I write short stories. Some years ago, I was writing in a newspaper small stories, and the government published that stories in a book. So, and today I am writing stories, and now I try to write a novel. Maybe will be finished someday. I don't know.
You are telling that you have written some small stories or short stories. What type of stories you have written? Is there social or love or something like that or the nature?
No, don't I don't like to write only for love. I like to write for people, for human, for problems. That stories, not love stories.
I see. Thank you very much for your beautiful answer. And now, this time, I am again requesting you to recite another poem from your book.
Yes, of course.
Please. Thank you.
Just a moment. In the vastness of the sky, so blue, lights go out, where dreams come true. Mountains, tall and valley deep, ocean where secrets sleep. Forest, whisper tales of old. Deserts, shimmer with sand of gold. Rivers, carved to air with grass. Nature's wonder our embrace. Culture blend and colors meet in every city, on every street. Languages spoken, stories shared, a global family display card. Together we shine a darkest night. Our world, a canvas vast and wide, where every soul has a place to reside. In harmony, let's strive to be guardian of beauty of for eternity. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your beautiful poem. Just I am asking you a very important or something like question. Uh, when you write, uh, is there any time to fix up that you will write down every day, or when you are in very deviation, that time you have to start the writing? Actually, I wanted to know when you will start to write. In the morning, in the evening, in the
No, no,
afternoon.
no, no, in the morning because I am working. It's so difficult to write. But I think when you want to write something, the better time is at night when everything is quiet. Uh, You cannot sleep, so you can think. You can think one, think two. So it's the better time to write at night. At night,
At
it's
night?
better at night. The day I can't because I'm working, so it's very difficult. And sometimes when I am in my car, I think something and take a paper and write something, but no poem. It's a small something. And at night, I come back and read and write another or finish one poem at night.
Thank you. Now I am asking you another questions. Poetry has no boundaries. Do you believe poetry can change the world by its own dreamy way?
Hmm. Yes, I believe that poetry has the power to change the world. For example, your program. You have some poet and poetess from over the world, and everyone know another poet, another poetess, and I can say my ideas, and you say the ideas. You have a message for me, and a message for you. So I think that can change the world, and I like to hear some languages I don't understand. In your program, sometimes I I heard poets or poetess to speak Bengali language or French language or another language. I can't understand, but I am full of feelings because I believe that poetry it's not word. It's not only word. Poetry is feeling, and if you can not understand me, if I speak Greek language and you don't understand me, you can look in my eyes, and I am sure that you are full of feelings. And I think that poetry is so strong that can change the world. I think if
Is there
we
any
are all
power?
together, if I all together, because one people, one poet cannot do something. But all together, we can change the world, I think.
Do you believe one day will must become then that day poetry can change the world by its own power?
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you think
If,
that all
if
the
the
poets?
government, if the government here, poets and singer and others, I think that the world must be better if hear us, but government not hear us.
What do you think when you write down a poetry? And that after write down the poetry, what was the feelings when you
Oh,
completed a poetry? What is your feelings?
how my feelings. I looked at the poets and poetess in their eyes, and my feelings are grand. As sometimes I have problems to to feel something, but sometimes I feel anxious because I look in their eyes. So the feelings is different. But when I am writing, uh, I feel better because I think that I have voice, and my voice must be go in all over the world. No here, no me. My problem is not to have some books or to say I am poetess. It's not my problem. My problem is to shout, to fight, my voice to see the other, to hear the others for a better world. But that is the problem for all of us.
Do you think that is there any role of poetry to make a better world? And this better world, there is no crime, no war, no violence. Everywhere our people are feel the thirsty. They feel peace by the way of poetry. Do you think that one day this day will come one day?
Yes, I hope, I hope, I hope.
Yes, you hope, and every poet or hope in the world that one day will must come. That day will flow the peace all over the world.
Yes, yes, yes,
By
yes,
the
yes.
way, by showing the power of poetry. So all
Yes,
the
because
poetry.
every day, every year we have a new war. That is the problem, and we must do something. We must shout. We must do something. I can't understand why must be in every different is one solution, not the war. The solution is not the war. I can't see the children in Gaza or in Ukraine or in Russia or in everywhere to kill the children. I can't understand to destroy buildings, to destroy countries. I can't understand that. I think that all of us we must shout. We must be strong. I
Yes,
think
uh, all of the poets of the world are very much united, and
yes.
they can work togetherly so that the peace will flow all over the across the world. I think so.
I
And
think that one day uh, we must make a flag, a big flag,
yes,
and
yes,
write peace in all languages. Peace, 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 peace. Maybe someone hear us. Maybe I think because we are most. We are not one or two. Because poets in all over the world, we are friends. We are one hand, all of us. We have
yes,
not different. We have the same problems, all in all the world, and in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in America, in everywhere. The problem is the same for all people. So the poets must be sought, must be do something to make a big flag and take in the sky in all countries to say peace, 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 and rights and people's rights because that is the problem. Maybe some time someone hear us. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
thank you. How many poetry books you have to published?
Yes. I have published seven books in Greek language. And I have two in Serbian language. One in Croatian language. Two in English, Greek and English. And one in Arabic language. Because Abdallah asked me translate my book in Arabic. I came to Tunis or Serbia or Croatia or Italy, and I like to travel to meet another poets and poetess, and we have friendship with that poet. So I have 10 books published.
Thank you. Can you explain to the audience who are watching this show about your book, Living Speechlessly? I just wanted to know about this book. Will you tell something about this book?
What book?
Living Speechlessly.
No, I have that book. Please, that is a good book. Look, it is the last book of me. This is the book, The Language of Peace. The Language of Peace. Because we have a festival in Greece.
Yes,
Uh, uh, 2 years ago, we have a festival in Greece, and there are people from India, from Tunis, from Germany, from Italy, from Serbia, from, and the theme was the peace. So then I published that book. It was a big festival for 2 days, one day in Athens and the second day in Kalavrta, in my town, in my own town. And I think that it was a great event, I think.
One thing I wanted to know from very early when I first met with you, and you told me about your one poetry, and that poetry has to make a film. And we know the title of the poem was The Great Power of the Sea. Actually, today is the opportunity, and I wanted to know to share the all viewers across the world about this poem, The Great Power of the Sea. Please tell us something about this poem.
Um, let's see. That poem is, I think, the better poem, and all people must be read and write the same poets or poems or other poems, because every one of us must be find something to do. I think that is a great, very great. I have a, I am a director, you know that. So I have a film for the sea with poems, my poems, and that film is in English and in Greek languages. So uh, I sent that film in United States and in some other countries. Καλά τα πάμε, αλλά θα δείξει.
Yes, I also know that you are not only a poetess, you are an article writer, short story writer, and you have another identity, that is you are a director, film director. And I knew about you that you have made a film that's named short film Altamira.
Altamira, it was,
Yes, so
it's,
say something about
it's,
Altamira.
Altamira is a cave in Spain, a cave. Altamira, it's Spain cave. And one poet from Greece, Nikos Kavadias, he wrote a poem. So I make a film in that poem. That poem is about woman. It's woman. A woman is the mother. Woman is the sea. Woman is the earth. And that say that a poem that a woman is great. It's something great because woman is my mother. Woman is my sea. Woman is the night. Woman is the earth. So I make one film in Altamira. Altamira is a cave, an old cave.
Is this word Greek word or something others word? Uh, can you explain what is the meaning of Altamira?
Altamira, no, it's name. No,
It's
it's
a
a
name.
name.
It's
It's
a
a
name.
name. It's a name. And the poem said for the woman, please dance in the sea, dance with the dolphins. You are so great that you can uh, dance with the dolphins. It's a great
Dance
poem.
with the dolphin. It's a very great idea. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
dance
And
with.
we know, Honorable Poetess Voula Mimo, that in 1984 and 1985, your first poem were published in Hydria and Ostraka magazine. What was your feelings after published your first poem in Hydria and Ostraka magazine
Yes, it
in
was a
1984 and
magazine.
1985? Yes, that's the,
Yes,
I think, 39 years before.
yes, it
39 years
was.
before your first
It,
poem were published.
yes, I was 25, 26 years old. I don't remember exactly, but it was the first time that one magazine published one of my poems. I was very happy. I told my mother, to my father, to my friends, because I didn't know that I am a poetess. I think that simple. I like to write. That is, it's so simple. I am not a poetess. I am one person who like to write, to read, and to have friends. I think that. But it was the first time I was 25 years old, so I was too happy. I'm so glad. I told my friends that look, please, look, that my poem is in that magazine. you know, I
This
was
is,
not in Athens.
I think
Then I,
that was a joyful moment for you. And on that time, you were 25 years old, and that time you have shown the magazine to your all friend circle that your poem has been published in Ostraka and
Idria. Yes,
yeah,
but you know that I am not. No, I was not live in Athens. I was in my village. So for me, it's big honor. It's big honor for me to
yes,
publish one of my poems to the magazine. It's big event for
yes.
me.
It's a big feelings when the new when a poem or other something thing is published in magazine or daily paper. It's a very joyful moment for a poet, for a writer. I think you are also enjoyed that moment. Thank you very much.
Yes,
And your another collection book that's titled "You Are the Man" that came out in 2019. Will you tell something about "You Are the Man"
yes.
anthology?
Uh, it is a book. That I have poems from some years, but I was working not in Greece TV, only in Greek TV. I was working in Italy, in France, in Germany. So I have no time to publish my book, one of my book. So when I published that book, I was, it was, I think it was four, four book, and it is only for humanity. It's I am now. I'm not a child. I am not a young girl, but I am a woman that uh, have some ideas for a better future. That is something I say and I say again and again because I have a daughter and a granddaughter, and I want a better world. And I wrote that book for humanity, for people. All my books is not for love. I don't like to write for love. I don't like that. I like for problems to write for problems. For I am difficult person.
You are a difficult person.
I I think that I am so difficult person.
Every poet are very difficult because they are not the same human being in the normal people around the world. Every
of
poet are very different and they are very much difficult.
Yes, I think I think that because I am so difficult, and I want to go to travel in some countries. Uh, I came to Tunis to Alisa Festival. It's a festival for women, only for women. And then I saw other women. It's Muslim women. I am the only woman from Europe, and I was very glad to be with that woman from Tunis, for Algeria, for Egypt, for Morocco, and I was the only woman from Europe, European woman. So I like to be in other cultures, in other women who are different for me, and I am very difficult. I told you that.
Thank you very much for your beautiful answer. And as a poet, you have to travel so
Maybe
many
one
countries.
day, please, one day come in Greece and meet me, and you can
Sure.
understand how difficult
Sure.
I am.
If I alive one day, I must visit in Greece and I must meet with you. I
It's
promise
a,
to
it's
you.
a, it's a, it's a. My country. It's a beautiful country. It's They are born the democracy. We are free. The people who are free. We can say everything we think. We can think, and no problem. I can say against the government. I can say against everywhere. No problem. We are free people. We are people we love young people. a, a big hug for all people in all over the world. So you can go to Greece. You must
Sure,
go to Greece.
sure. I must go to Greece. Sure, one day. And thank you. 211 number episode of Uddan television is going on, and today our program titled the Star Poet Talk Show. And today we have invited one of the most important and renowned global poet who is from Greece. She is Honorable Poetess Voula Mimo, and we are asking some question, and she has to given us the nice answer, and we are passing our time in very joyful moment. Thank you, Vola Memo, for your.
Can I say something in my language?
Yes, please, please,
Yes,
please.
because you can hear my language. My language. Αγαπητέ μου αδερφέ του Φικ, ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Thank you so much. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ που με κάλεσες to invite me in your program, που με κάλεσες στο πρόγραμμά σου. Είναι μεγάλη τιμή για μένα. It's big honor for me to be with you, να είμαι μαζί σας and όλοι οι άνθρωποι να μπορούν να ακούσουν τις ιδέες μου and all people can know me. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Και
very much.
καληνύχτα.
Not.
Καληνύχτα.
We are
Καληνύχτα.
not going to ending this moment. Just we are in the middle stage now, and now I am asking you and requesting you to please read another poem from your pen.
Okay, okay. And if you have not problem, I want to read one poem in my language.
Sure, please,
Have you
please.
problem?
No problem. Please, you read your
Because
poem. Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
that all poets and poetess must be read something in their language to hear.
Sure.
Okay, I think so. Um, that's the moment. Oh. Στο απολύθωμα της ανημποριάς σκέπασε την αθώα ψυχή της. Μόνο για εκείνες τις νύχτες που η λύπη τροχιοδρομούσε στην αλάνα του ανώριμου κοσμοδρόμιου. Σαν να ήπιε το ίδιο απόσταγμα της νεκρής σάρκας. Η μουσική του μαντολίνου αποθέωσε του δοξαριού της εκρήξης. Η ψυχή διαμελίστηκε και χώρεσε σε όλα τα κενοτάφια της απρόσμενης ψυχοφθόρας εγκατάλειψης. Λογική άλογης στόχευσης και η ώρα ίδια να θυμίζει αμφίβολη στράτευση. Έτσι, η αμηχανή αναχαιτίστηκε και στράφηκε στο μονοπόλιο του ενεχειροδανιστή, κλέβοντας σιωπές χρυσού. Η ώρα τρύπωσε κάτω από τα σκεπάσματα της αδιαλαφιλονίκητης ανανέωσης. Το χρήσμα ήταν πλέον στολίδι μοιρασμένο στα δύο. Έτσι θα σαλπάρει, σαν να έζησε μετά από τότε, σε χρόνο αόριστο. Σαν να θεμελίωσε κάλπια αυθαιρογίσματα γλάρου στα χάρτινα κατάρτια. Η μνήμη ασθενής και λιγόλογη, οι ορμήνες ανίκανες να φυλάξουν αποστάγματα, ενός αυτόφορου αύριο που χτίζει πλοηγούς σε αγκυροστόλιστες υποθήκες. Έτσι θα σαλπάρει και η ρότα γνωστή για πάντα. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's a big
Thank you
honor
very
to me to read
Thank
something
you.
in my language.
Yes, yes, thank you very much. Different type of language are uh, different part of the world, but the poetry language is one that comes
Yes,
from the deepest place of heart. So
and
every poet and poetess are understand the language of the rhythm.
so so you must say something in your language, please, because you hear me my language. So I want to. I told you that I am a difficult people
Yes,
person.
Thank you very much. I will tell you something in my native language in the last moment of this session. And now I am asking you to know something about your another anthology, which has been published in 2018. The title of your anthology was Upon Andromeda's Rock. Can you tell
Ah,
us something about
ah,
this?
no, in the rock. Yes, 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 I know. But it's a book against the wars. All poems are against the wars because that poems was writing when we have the war with the Croatian, Serbian, and Americans and the others. So all book is against the war. Stop the war, please. Not exactly, but all messages are these. Please, all together, all be friends. We are in the same neighborhood. The earth is like that. It's no big. It's no big. So we must be friends. We must be brothers and sisters. No, uh, we have not problems with each other. But that in the rocks say all against the wars. All wars, to stop the wars, to think about the children. That is my problem because I am a woman and I am a mother. So every time I'm thinking about the children, it's it's not good to say the children death, to say another children without food, without clean water, something simple, water.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your beautiful answer again. I'm asking you the one question, and before I am announcing one thing that from across the world there are 55 number of groups are sharing this show now, and there are so many viewers are watching this show different part of the world because this is very important show we are uh, passing now, and the new generation writers who will come in future, they will watch this show in YouTube channel, and they will understand that what, and they will realize, they will feel, they will get some philosophy from the answer of Honorable Poetess Voula Mimo. And now I am asking you, as your first poem was published in 1984, 1985, that means your journey, your poetry journey is going on last 40 years. So last 40 years you are in this journey. So I am asking you one question: what is your future plan about your poetry?
Future plan. I don't know. I have not plans in the future. I want to write. If I have to say something, no right to write. I don't write only to publish a book. No, I think that when I have to say something, I then I can write. I think so. I have to say something in the other people, in the other countries, in the other friends, and my plans is to travel, to meet other poets and poetess, and all together, hand by hand, to build bridges for a better future. That is my plan, to travel in other countries. I travel to Turkey, Istanbul, Turkish to Africa, and to Italy and some other countries, and I want to take all a message, a better future for the planet, for the world.
So you are giving some message by your poem for the planet, I think. And you, do you believe that a poet must need to travel?
Yes, yes, I think that. Yes, I think that all of us, we must meet each other and to have messages, because poetry, that is, it's feeling and messages. No poetry to say, oh, what a beautiful day, oh, what a beautiful sky. It's, that is not poetry for me. Maybe you have a different opinion, I don't know, but no, poetry is no to write something, stay like this, like that, and oh, what a beautiful day, oh, what a beautiful sky. No, it's not poet. It's not poetry. That poetry is to say something, to say something,
To say something special like this, very
to say
special
something
something.
to the other, to say for you must say something to me to be better, or say something to you to be better. No, say something for something. It's not poetry. Poetry is message, I think,
Uh,
to give message.
it's a very important point for this
Maybe
program.
will be, maybe it's
Yes,
not.
poetry is like that things who is always given some message. If there is no message, I think this is not the fulfilled poem. This is the message from the Honorable Poetess Voula Mimo. And now I'm asking the last question today. You are giving me a lot of time from your valuable time. So we are very much grateful. Team Uddan always place and respect to you, Honorable Poetess Voula Mimo. I'm asking you the last question. What is your advice for new writers?
The young writers and poets are our future. I wish with their pen they fight for their rights, and they must don't forget that all the people of the planet are equal, so the new writers can make a new beautiful world. That is because new writers, the young writers, are the future. So don't forget that poetry is a big message. Poetry is friendship, friendship between all of us. That is friendship.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your beautiful advice for the young generation who will come to write in future. Thank you very much. And finally, before we leave this program, I am again requesting to you to please recite the last poem for this program for today.
Ah, yes. The road of blood, on the stream of shame, I am poured to remains of my grave. I stand in the pain, and I painted on tree barks with colours that were looking at me questioningly. Why cover the summer light, where at the street of unhumanity I poked my fingernails in Kerber's flesh with rage. An olive branch from my country I will plant, and I will build the house of hope with crimson red anemones. Student tears, liberty, barefoot looking for their twin sister, the independent, Sodin brass, out from behind brass, Ivan, Vasily, Nina, Vladimir, and so many others who is unknown dance the dance of Zetav's Zalogos. Time stood, still like marble, space scientists on earth clocks, and the mother of my unknown friend, like Andromache, begs for mercy. The bulls are silent now, but the road, it still weighs smell of death. The souls, they in alone along the path of the blood, and hope for the better future in peace.
Thank you
That
very
is,
much.
thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much, Honorable Poetess Voula Mimo, for your beautiful recitations and also the beautiful answer. And we have got some message from your answer, and that will very much important for the new generation and also for us because you have given us some point for poetry. Poetry is not only for something, poetry is a message. This is very important things that you have to given us today. We are really grateful to you, and we have learned today something new from your thought. Really, you are a philosopher, poetess, and we respect you very much. Thank you very much for your giving us the time, and we will invite you in the next episode for our International Poetry Recitation show. Thank you very much. Good day and good night. Have a
Thank you
nice
so
day.
much.
Take
And
care.
I hope to see you in Greece, in
Sure,
Athens. I
sure.
hope to see you, to meet you in
I'm
Athens. Thank you
sure.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so
Bye
much.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.